for part 2. The title doesn't say it, but we're live. If we can't fix our thing, then I'm worried about how good our connections are gonna actually be. Alrighty. Anybody out there? Back on here? Hello. All right, good. We get it shared in the group. There it is. All righty. I hope that's the heat that's on over there. I'm gonna go check it. Eddie sitting in that seat, it'll make you sleepy. All righty. Sarah Long? Scotty G4. So you watching, we still don't have your information. We need to get that information from you, Scotty G-Force. That means we need you to contact our page. And that's what we need you to do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are live right now for part 2 of tonight's Facebook sale. I don't know if I'll go back through these again or not. I think I'll pass on going through those a second time. We are going to go through some crates. We're going to show some stuff. It's going to be buy it now, best offer. But first thing I'm going to do, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back through some of our new arrivals tonight and also start some auctions. Man, I had a lot of good stuff tonight, and it really was stuff we didn't get to from last night. So we had enough auctions and stuff. We've sold a lot. But let me go through this crate. It's pretty much plumb full. Here we go. So this is tonight's new arrivals. I'm going to show these. They're buy it now. They're not really on sale or discount, but like I said, if there's something in here that's like $19.99, but you might want to pay $17 or $18 for it, I have a feeling we can get together on it. And then the first couple auctions is going to be a Blondie and a Tom Petty. So let's go ahead and get these started. I think this is the OG on Tom Petty because it is on the Shelter, the Moon Shelter label. This is Tom Petty. You're going to get it on the Shelter label. Really nice near mint copy. Tom Petty, you're going to get it. Yeah, very nice. 1978 Shelter Records. That's a $35 start for Tom Petty. And we have Blondie Atomic. I don't think I've ever had this, but it's a 1980. It's a 1980 UK single. It's actually got it's got 3 songs on it. 3 track. I consider that almost an EP. Blondie Atomic, $15 start on that. Very cool cover too. Blondie, $15 start. Tom Petty's a $35 start. So here's the new arrivals from tonight. If you missed them, very good start. Very good stuff. Brent Rabley's TP start, meaning Brent Rabley's at 35 on Tom Petty. Jethro Tull, Heavy Horses, $19.99 on Jethro Tull. Songs from the Wood was $19.99, and so was Benefit. That was our first 3 records of this crate. I showed those earlier. They're really nice, near mint Jethro Tull albums. Claymore is at 20 on Blondie, and Brent Rabley is at 35 on Tom Petty. Brent Rabley is at 35 on Tom Petty. 35 on that, 20 on Blondie. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, $19.99. Everything in here is a new arrival from the night. It is sticker price. But like I said, if we're close, I'm sure we can cut some kind of deal. We have Buddy Holly for the First Time Anywhere. That is $19.99. And we've got the Beach Boys Spirit of America. Bob Riger needs to put back the Deftones he got the other night. We can do that. Beach Boys Spirit of America, that is $24.99. And Old Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings is $24.99. The Misfits, Kinks, excuse me, I did that one backwards. The Kinks, Misfits. Every time I show this, everybody's like, which Misfits album? They're just listening. They may just be listening in the background. They'll go, which Misfits album did you have? That's the Kinks, Misfits, $19.99. Jackson Browne, Hold Out, is $19.99. Jackson Browne, Hold Out. And we've got Best of Music Machine. Best of Music Machine, $24.99. New bidder on Blondie. Clay Moore, you're out. Ryan Anderson's at $22 on Blondie Atomic. Ryan Anderson's at $22 on that. And Tom Petty, you're going to get it. Brent Rabley has this for $35, going twice, going 3 times. That is the OG Shelter label, Moon Shelter label. And that is going twice, going 3 times. Emmylou Harris, Blue Kentucky Girl, Gold Stamp promo, $14.99. Robert Palmer, Maybe It's Live. Robert Palmer is $19.99. Here's the Deftones that Bob put back if anybody wants it. It's Deftones White Pony. That is $31.99. Deftones White Pony. If anybody needs that, it is $31.99. Warren Zevon, $34.99 for the self-titled Warren Zevon album. Red Rockers, Good as Gold. That is $19.99. And The Who Face Dances is $19.99. The Who Face Dances, $19.99. ZZ Top Afterburner in shrink wrap, $24.99. And Point Blank American Excess, that's $19.99. All right, Ryan's out on Blondie. We have Clay Moore at $25, going twice, going 3 times. Let's go ahead and sell Brent Rabley, the Tom Petty, for $35. Alex Roman sold on the Buddy Holly for $16 to Alex Roman. Robert Palmer Riptide in shrink wrap, $19.99. The Romantics in Heat, $19.99. And Rick Ocasek Beautitude. Rick Ocasek from the Cars, $14.99 on that. Final call on Blondie. Let me grab our next 2 auctions. Also, I don't have the Japanese crate up here, the one that we started on the other night but didn't even finish. So if that's close where we can get it, I will take that because I got to show them as a buy it now. Buy it now. All right, next couple auctions. We got Devo, Are We Not Men? Devo is a $45 start. $45 start for Devo. Original inner sleeve. Near mint minus vinyl. This is a 1978 gold disc pressing. Devo, Are We Not Men? $45 start for that. Super nice copy. It's a 78 OG. 78 OG, and that's a $45 start on that. Blondie Atomic is sold to Clay Moore for $25. And we have Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets. Eno, as in Brian Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets. That's also a $45 start. 45 and 45 on that. Wet Willie Mannerisms is $14.99. Wet Willie Mannerisms. We have REO Speedwagon. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. $19.99 on that. And Pat Metheny Group Off Ramp. Pat Metheny Group, $19.99. Long Distance Voyager, the Moody Blues, $14.99. And Trillion Clear Approach, $14.99. Next is the Pretenders Extended Play. That's $19.99. And Golden Earring Cut, $24.99 on Golden Earring Cut. Wet Willie Mannerisms, $12. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $12. Meatloaf Dead Ringer was $24.99. The Tubes Now, $19.99. And Chicago, and we determined this was Chicago 9. Chicago 9 is $9.99. I'm going to put that right there. All right, so I got 2 auctions I'm looking for an opening bid of. James Bragg takes the Golden Earring Cut. Do you have any Seals and Croft? Yes, we should. Oh my gosh, we should have them everywhere. I just don't know where they are right now. Looking for a $45 start on Eno and looking for a $45 start on the Devo. Ryan Anderson's in on the Devo. That's the 1978 gold disc pressing. It is near mint, and I'm looking for a 45 on Eno. If those don't get prids pretty soon, I'll end them. Ryan was first on Devo. Toby Grimm second, so that now has a bid. Ross Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free, $14.99. Best of the Outsiders, $19.99. Vicky, I will try to find you some Seals and Croft. The Best of Gary and the Pacemakers, $9.99. Carole King Tapestry, $24.99. The Eagles self-titled, $34.99. Great music on here, by the way. $34.99 on the Eagles. Carole King Tapestry is an essential. I don't have any jazz tonight. No, I'm working on buying that rest of that collection on Sunday, so I don't have that. Devo 45, Devo 50, RS for, what was RS? Rod Stewart, Jesse Hood. That's sold to Jesse Hood. Michael Nath, you were second on that. Is the Eno the U.S. press? Yes, this is U.S. This is U.S. Here come the warm jets. All right, Ryan's out on Devo. Toby Grimm has that for 50, going twice, going three times. Devo. ZZ Top Fandango, $34.99 on that. And Pat Benatar, $14.99 in the heat of the night. The Eagles is called The Eagles. It's self-titled, $34.99. Stephen Steele's is $19.99. And Cat Stevens Teaser in the Fire Cap. Yeah, we got a... It's very time-consuming to get promotional posts ready. But I need to for as much stuff as we got coming the next 2 nights and then all next week. It's going to be unbelievable. Cat Stevens, Teaser in the Fire Cap, $14.99. We had Stephen Steele's, Illegal Steals, $19.99. The Great Buddy Holly was $19.99. Buddy Holly Rave On, it's $19.99. And Graham Parker Squeezing Out Sparks, $14.99. $14.99. Graham Parker Squeezing Out Sparks. Sell Brent Rabley Cat Stevens for $12. Devo is sold. Devo is sold for $50. And Brian Eno is a $45 buy it now. Brian Eno, here come the warm jets. If anybody wants that, Brad, it's a $45 buy it now. Sean, I hope there's lots of metal coming too, right? I'll text you after the sale. You'll have to give me a few moments, but we're working on that. Okay, here's another Devo. This is a 1979 Winchester. I don't think we've had this one. Duty Now for the Future. We haven't had this one in a while. It's got the original purple inner sleeve, and it's a gold stamp promo. 1979 Winchester press. We'll also start that one for $45. Devo, Duty Now for the Future, $45 start on that. $45 start on that. James Brad said $30 on the Eagles. Go ahead and sell that to James Bragg for $30. I do not have Judas Priest Painkiller. Devo, $45. And if anybody wants Brian Eno, $45 on that. 3 bidders on Devo. The Beau Brummels is $14.99. The Human League Dare. Human League Dare is $19.99. And Elton John. Can't believe no one bought this. Just $19.99. George Thorogood, Gold Stamp Promo. Better Than the Rest. Previously unreleased material recorded in 1974. $19.99 for Thorogood. And the Association's Greatest Hits. $14.99 on the Association's Greatest Hits. All right. I think if this is as nice as I think it is. Yeah. All righty. Brad says, I'll take Eno. I must have missed that. That's not on here. But I'll sell it to you because no one else did. So, Brad Moore, you get the Brian Eno for $45. James Bragg on GT, that's George Thorogood. Michael Nath said he'd give 10 for the Association. Sell that to Michael Nath for 10. And sell Vicky Wiley, Elton John. All right. And sell Brent Hall, Human League for 16. This is nice. Now, once again, I don't know if this hype sticker was originally placed on it or if it was on the shrink wrap and then somebody put it on the cover. But I don't see too many King Crimsons that have the hype sticker with them because you never see them in shrink wrap. This is an unbelievably nice copy. King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King. This is another one that when I was first looking at this collection, I knew it was a good collection. The first records I saw was the Lou Reed and all the Velvet Underground, and then I seen all of the King Crimson albums, and they were just near mint. This is a 4-digit Atlantic. Very, very nice copy. 1841 Broadway address. I'm going to advertise that one as near mint minus. Is it not in the office? This is going to be a $75 start. It's a near mint copy, original, crisp, Atlantic inner sleeve. Beautiful gatefold, has the hype sticker on the cover. Strong spine, just minor wear. King Crimson, $75 start on that. Extremely nice. Okay, Devos at $52 with Brent Rabley, $75 on King Crimson. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town, $14.99 on Rod Stewart. Van Morrison, Astral Weeks. Somebody's interested in this, make a fair offer. We've got it marked at $99.99. I want to sell it tonight to somebody. If we're close, throw something out there. It's a really, really top copy, green Warner Brothers label. Let me know. I'll sell it to you. Devo is now at Devo's now at 55. Brent, you're out. James Bragg's in on the King Crimson at 75. The Judds, another Van Morrison, Inarticulate Speech of the Heart, $34.99. The Sex Pistols, Gun Control, that is $39.99. We have two offers for Van Morrison, 75 and 75. Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor, $34.99. Blondie, Auto American, $39.99. The Kinks is $29.99. Frampton Comes Alive is $39.99. Frampton Comes Alive. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Part 2, The Restaurant at the End of the Universe, that is $19.99. 1980 UK Press. So at this point, we're bidding on Van Morrison. We got 75, 75, 80, and 76. So at this point, we're pretty much got it up for bid. We got Gavin at 80. Can anybody outbid Gavin at 80? High bid on Devo is 55. Brent, you're out. And final call on King Crimson. James Bragg has that for 75. Michael Nath, if you want Blondie, I'll sell it to you for $35. It's a near mint copy. Brian, the band, was $34.99. Islands, also very nice. Frampton Comes Alive picture disc, I've already shown that. Bob Seger, Like a Rock, was $29.99. Berlin, Count 3 and Pray in shrink wrap, $24.99. Michael Nath sold on the Blondie, that's $35. 15-second warning on the King Crimson. James Bragg has that for $75. Such a nice copy with the hype sticker. Or I guess that's an identification sticker. Van Morrison TB sheets, $34.99. So Van Morrison's at 82. At this point, we're auctioning it. So Gavin, you're back out. Van Morrison Astral Weeks is the green Warner Brothers. Very nice. I think there's another version of this with like a W7. That's what's going on with that one. And I was waiting to make sure Brent Rabley was done on the Devo. Toby Grimm has that for 55. If he bids, we'll keep going. If he says out, it's Toby Grimm's unless someone else buys it. Brian Hummel gets the band for $30. Sell that to Brian. Jeff McMaster's at 83 on Van Morrison. Doctor Who, the music, $29.99. Doctor Who, the music, 1983 in shrink wrap. Iggy Pop, Zombie Birdhouse, $29.99. Van Halen, Women and Children First. That does have the David Lee Roth poster, $54.99. And PM Heat. PM Heat is $79.99. $79.99. Jeff is at 84, or no, John's now at 84 on Van Morrison. Let's go ahead and sell King Crimson to James Bragg for $75. And I didn't hear from Brent, but I've got to go ahead and sell Devo for $55 to Toby Grimm. And Van Morrison's at $84. It's between Van and Jeff at this point. New auction. Let's do plural. Auctions. Bob Marley Live. U.S. Press. Near mint with original inner sleeve. Super nice copy. $35 start. Bob Marley Live. Near mint U.S. Press. $35 on Bob. Derek Clark wants PM Heat. Sell that to Derek Clark. Van out, sorry. Jeff McMaster's at $85. So Van Morrison's at 85. Going twice, going three times. And Brent's at 35 on Bob Marley. Anybody else on anything in here? This is the only stuff left. We had 4 crates. We're now down to 2/3 of a crate of tonight's newest vintage arrivals. Bob Marley's now at 40. Jeff McMaster 85 on Van Morrison, going twice, going three times. That was Jethro Tull, Jethro Tull, Jethro Tull, Steppenwolf, Beach Boys, Waylon, The Kinks, Jackson Brown, The Music Machine. Wayne, I will sell that to you for $20 if you want it. $20 if you want the Music Machine, Emmylou Harris, Robert Palmer, Warren Zevon, Red Rockers, The Who, ZZ Top, Point Blank, Robert Palmer, Romantics, Rick Ocasek, REO Speedwagon, Pat Metheny Group, Moody Blues, Trillion, Pretenders, Meatloaf, The Tubes, Chicago, Outsiders, Gary and the Pacemakers, Carole King, ZZ Top, Pat Benatar, Stephen Stills, Buddy Holly, Graham Parker, Bo Brummels, Rod Stewart, The Judds, Van Morrison, Sex Pistols, Jack Bruce, Kinks, Frampton Picture Disc, Hitchhiker's Guide, Sell Claymore, Bob Seger for $20, Berlin, Van Morrison, music from Doctor Who, Iggy Pop, Van Halen with poster. All right, let's go ahead and sell Van Morrison to Jeff McMaster for $85. Jeff McMaster also has high bid on Bob Marley for $40. And let's put up another auction. We're going to get through most of our auction stuff by the end of the night that we had set aside for the night. Next, Rolling Stones colored vinyl bootleg. Chicago is $9.99. So here's our next Holland import colored vinyl. This is the Stones Beggar's Banquet. It's a near mint copy on white vinyl. Beggar's Banquet's already kind of a challenge to find. This is a white vinyl, Holland import colored vinyl, white vinyl, near mint, $55 start on that. Bob Marley's at $47. James Bragg said he will take all 3 Jethro Tull albums if we do them for $15 each. Sold. David C., I can't do 20 on Doctor Who, but I would do 25. What do I have on it? 29? Yeah, I'll do 25 on the Doctor Who. If not, that'll look really cool propped up somewhere here in the store, and I'm sure somebody will buy it. Bob Marley's at $47 with Brent Rabley. Jeff, you're out. Brent Rabley's also at $55 on the Rolling Stones. I have not sold the Love Gun yet. I will put that up right now. Stones is at $55. And David, I'll do $25 on that. Those 3 are sold. Chicago 9 was $9.99. And final call on Bob Marley. Jeff McMaster has that for $40. Going twice, going 3 times. Since we're about to sell that, let me go ahead and put up Kiss Love Gun. Here's the other one from tonight. The cover, not as perfect as the one. It's still kind of glossy, but that one we had earlier looked like it was brand new. This is going to be a $35 start. It has the Kiss inner sleeve, and this is going to be a $35 start. This is about EX/EX Plus. This is EX Plus. Kiss Love Gun, $35 start on that. The last one we had that brought well over $100, it did because it looked like no one had ever touched it before. And Jeff McMaster, I've got you at high bid on Bob Marley at $40. No order form on this one, George. And it had the order form. Yeah, that other one earlier, if it would have had a gun with it, it probably would have brought $200. Jeff, I've got you. I was about to end this at $40. Did you not want this for $40? You're the high bidder. I'm going to sell that to you for $40 unless you're passing. Wayne Carr's at $35 on Kiss. UJ Miller's at $35. And high bid on the Rolling Stones. We do have a $47 bid. Never mind. Brent Rabley got this for $47. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $47. The Stones, we had 2 bidders. David C., you were second. Brent was first at $55. So the Rolling Stones is at $55. White vinyl Holland Beggar's Banquet. That's going once, going twice to Brent for $55. David C.'s also passing on this for $24.99. Does anybody want Doctor Who, the music, $24.99? $24.99 on that. Kiss is now at $45 with James Bragg. About a VG++ cover. The vinyl's about EX/EX Plus. Anybody else? David's back in on the Stones. Let's see if we can keep 3 auctions going. I'm setting this crate off the table. It's going off the table. We may not see these again for a while, so they're off the table. Let me see what other crates I have over. Oh, we got the Japanese crate. What happened to it? It's on the table. That's where I was heading. My instincts told me to go towards the Japanese pressings. All right. So we've had so many killer. Let me flip through it right quick. Yeah, we might. We'll just leave that in there. There's usually, usually the way we do our auctions is we have new arrivals and we auction off our Japanese stuff. Well, we have so much stuff this week to auction. This is an entire crate of new Japanese arrivals, and we're just going to show them for the first time as buy it nows. These are going to be shown for the first time as buy it nows. The Rolling Stones is at $59. James Bragg has the Kiss Love Gun for $45. James Bragg has the Kiss Love Gun for $45. That's going twice, going 3 times. So our next bin, I'm also going to get another auction started. Our next bin is new Japanese arrivals, and those will be sticker price. All right. I haven't had one of these up in a while, but this is one of the nicest copies of Buckingham Nicks I've ever seen. This is a 1973 PRC press. John put top copy. We're pretty sure the gatefold has only been opened like 1 time. That made number 2. It has the original company inner sleeve, which was polydor, and I hope y'all can see this one and see what kind of condition it's in. We're pretty sure it's unplayed. I'm sure it's been played once, but I can call it unplayed when it looks just so mint. Has Sterling and the Dead Wax PRC. That is a near mint copy of Buckingham Nicks. That is Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. Gatefold, strong spine, top copy. That is a starting bid of $125. Buckingham Nicks, $125 on that. Do we have any new bids on Kiss? We do. John Porter is now in on Kiss at $48. James Bragg, you're out on Kiss. John Porter has it for $48. Rolling Stones is at $75 with Brent Rabley. And Buckingham Nicks is $125. That's going right over here. Buckingham Nicks, $125. Okay, new Japanese arrivals. I always auction this one off. But it's a buy it now. It's a Japanese press of Beatles Rubber Soul. It is $69.99. Beatles Rubber Soul, Japanese press. These are all near mint, pristine, with insert and Obi if you see one. David C's at $76 on the Stones. James Bragg's back in on Kiss. And Brent Rabley's at $125 on Buckingham Nicks. Bad Company, $39.99. Desolation Angels, pristine with Obi. Billy Joel, the Nylon Curtain, $34.99. All Japanese pressings. Hiding Out. I don't know a lot about Hiding Out, but it's self-titled promo, $34.99. Brent back in on the Stones at $80. James Bragg is the high bidder on Kiss, going once, going twice. And Brent Rabley is the high bidder on Buckingham Nicks at $125, going once, going twice. Toto, Isolation, $39.99. This looks interesting. Princess from the Moon, original motion picture soundtrack. This is a white label promo, Princess Moon soundtrack, $39.99. High bid on the Kiss is $50, John Porter. James Bragg has that for $50. Buckingham Nicks is now going twice, going 3 times for $125. And the Rolling Stones is going twice, going 3 times at $80. White vinyl Beggar's Banquet. Rhythm and Blues compilation. Rhythm and Blues from Atlantic. This is $39.99. First track is Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. To kind of give you an idea of some of the fantastic music on this. 2 LP Japanese pressing, $39.99. Has a book with it. That is $39.99. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace, $39.99 on that. Billy Joe, Turnstiles, near mint Japanese pressing, $34.99. Kiss is at $53. James Bragg, you're out. Michael Nath wants the Otis Redding, which is the Japanese comp. That's sold to Michael Nath. An Officer and a Gentleman soundtrack is $34.99. Mick Jagger, She's the Boss, $34.99. Shrink Wrap and Obi. Mick Jagger, Michael Nath also on Turnstiles. And let's go ahead and sell Buckingham Nicks to Brent Rabley for $125. James Bragg's back in on Kiss at $55. And the Stones Beggar's Banquet white vinyl is sold to Brent for $80. Kiss Love Gun is at $55 of James Bragg. That means it's time for 2 new auctions. I don't know a lot about this Costello, but we'll put it up. I think I might keep Kiss, Ace Frehley. I've been waiting for a nice one, even though it don't have a poster with it. And we got another Clash album. All right, the Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope. We've been selling remasters of this the last couple of weeks. This is a really nice orange Epic label. It is a near mint copy. That is the Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope. And that's about all I can tell you. 1978. That's a $55 start. Clash, give them enough rope. That is a $55 start. And then Elvis Costello, 1978. Costello on the label instead of Columbia. We're going to put Elvis Costello up for a $25 start. Original inner sleeve. Elvis Costello, this year's model. See how it says Costello on the label instead of Columbia? That is a $25 start. Clash is a $55 start. John Porter's back in on Kiss at $58. Sell the ACM. ACM? What is that? ACM. Brent, what is that? I got King Crimson, Sex Pistols, Jethro Tull Bootleg, Sex Pistols, The Who, Neil Diamond, Bad Religion, Greta Van Fleet, Blind Faith, Some Girls, Pink Floyd, and David Bowie live. Jeff McMaster is at $255. No, I'm joking. Oh, sell the Ace. The Ace Frehley solo album. Let me look at it and I may sell it. Brent Rabley's at $25 on Elvis Costello. George Somers is at $30. And Craig Thomas is at $35. Are we done on Kiss? James Bragg, are you out on Kiss? He's out. Let's go ahead and sell that. No more on that. John Porter gets Kiss Love Gun for $58. Looking for a $55 start on Clash. Elvis Costello is at $40. Pink Floyd. I'll show Ace, but I'll go ahead and put up. We don't have a lot of Pink Floyd left for tonight. There's a lot more, but man, this is a US OG of Obscured by Clouds. Pink Floyd Obscured by Clouds. This is it's got one little scuff right there, a hairline there, scuff. Pretty nice copy. Remind me, I got to set this in the pile if we auction it to clean it. This record has not been cleaned yet. I think a lot of that will come off in the ultrasonic. Those marks right there. Looks like that's something to come off. Obscured by Clouds. Really nice copy though. That is a $45 start. Pink Floyd Obscured by Clouds. Very clean. I'm going to call that EX Plus. It's a couple ticks from being a near mint minus record. That's a $45 start. All right, if anybody wants to Clash, it's a buy it now for $55. The Clash, give them enough rope. $55 start on that, 1978. If anybody wants that, that's the only thing that has not got a bid tonight, but we have not had any auctions left over. Everything has sold, even if it didn't get a bid. It's been a buy it now. We have no auctions. Sid Barrett sold last night. Well, you know what? Yeah, we sold the Sid Barrett last night. Pink Floyd is at 50 with Michael Nath. Elvis Costello is at 40 with George Somers. George, you have Elvis Costello for 40, going once, going twice, and Pink Floyd's at 50. If this has the poster with it, I got to keep it. I'm trying to find a perfect one. Now I see why y'all Kiss collectors go crazy over mint things after the complete. Mint and complete. I like mint and complete too. Wow, this is a nice copy though. This is near mint. John said it was nice. This is the first time I'm looking at it. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put it up for auction, but I've been wanting to keep a copy of this, so I'm going to start it a little higher. I know somebody's still going to buy it, and then I'm going to regret selling it. Same old thing. Ace Frehley solo album. Near mint. I don't see a mark on side 1 or side 2. Has the original inner sleeve. It's a gold stamp promo. Gold stamp promo. Not a cutout either. A lot of these Kiss solo albums were cutouts. Gold stamp promo. About a VG Plus jacket. Has a little bit of damage right there. $45 start. Look at that artwork. $45 start. Terre Haute Press. OG Terre Haute. Final call on Elvis Costello at 40 and final call on Pink Floyd at 50. I'm sure that's going to get lots of activity. Can you run my in the ultrasonic? Yes. Can we pull out the Velvet? That needed to be cleaned anyway. Velvet Underground loaded from Jeff McMaster. Can we pull that off the cart, please? Footloose soundtrack, $39.99 in shrink wrap with hype sticker. Back to the Japanese bin. I'm about to end those two auctions. Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits Japanese Press, $34.99. Jay Giles Sanctuary, $34.99. And Jay Giles, you're getting even while I'm getting odd. That is $34.99. All right, I don't think... let's see. Ace Frehley, 45, 45, 50, 50. Brent Rabley's at 42 on Elvis Costello. Clay Moore is back in on Pink Floyd at 52. Ace is at 54. Michael Nath is at 55. Men at Work, business as usual. Japanese Press, $39.99. That means Michael Nath, you're out on Pink Floyd. George Somers, you're out on Elvis Costello. Styx, Paradise Theater, $39.99 on Styx Paradise Theater. Christopher Cross, self-titled, is $29.99. Chicago 10. Chicago 10, $34.99. These are all near mint, Japanese pressings. Toto, Turn Back, is $34.99. Michael Nath is back in on Pink Floyd at 55. Styx Pieces of 8. Or excuse me, Paradise Theater is $39.99. George is back in on Elvis Costello at 45. Rod Stewart, Body Wishes, $29.99 on Rod Stewart. Did somebody put this Rod Stewart back? Somebody put back a copy of Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free. I'm pretty sure we had a backup person on that, but that is $14.99 if anybody wants it. Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free. Michael Nath said sold on the Styx Paradise Theater. That's sold to Michael Nath. Brent back in on Elvis Costello. Clay Moore, you're out on Pink Floyd. And high bid on Ace Frehley is Brent Hall at $56. Brent Hall has the Ace Frehley for $56. Wham! Make It Big, $59.99. And Santana Shango, $39.99. I asked Rod at $12. That's right. Somebody claimed it, and Michael was back up at $12. Go ahead and just tag him for that for $12 then. So that is sold to Michael Nath. Clay's out on Pink Floyd. Michael Nath is out on AF. Ace Frehley. Okay, that's Ace Frehley. I was thinking, okay, I got it now. James Bragg wants Santana. Let's go ahead and tag that. George is at 50. I think I can sell Pink Floyd or give it a final. Yeah, so Pink Floyd is at $55 with Michael Nath. And that's the high bid. Ace Frehley is at 60 with John Porter. Michael Nath is out. And then Elvis Costello's at 50. Brent Rabley wants to know the matrix. You got it. The matrix is PBL 35331-1E, and then there's a T. Also, there's a stray letter A over here. I think that's a 1 next to it. PBL, it's P space BL space 35331-1E. High bid on that is with George Somers for $60 or $50. Brent Hall's back in on Ace at 61, and I'm about to sell Pink Floyd for $55. Rod Stewart, Tonight I'm Yours, EX on that one, $24.99. Elvis in Concert, EX, $34.99. John Lennon Double Fantasy, Japanese pressing, that's a VG Plus. VG Plus, $24.99. 38 Special, Strength of Numbers, that's a VG Plus, $24.99. Chicago Japanese box set. This is a VG Plus to EX, $29.99. VG Plus to EX. Richard Davis wants the 38 Special. We have Hall & Oates H2O, $39.99. And Billy Joe 52nd Street, $29.99. $29.99. Chris Kirkley in on the Chicago. Brent's got to go check his information. John Porter's out on Ace. Let's go ahead and sell Michael Nath Pink Floyd for $55. Brent Hall's at 61 on Ace Frehley. I love that first track, Rip It Up. And Michael Nath says he'll take the Japanese Billy Joel if we put back the one he had earlier, which I think was a U.S. press. So he wants Billy Joe, Michael Nath. Is the Matrix on Clash side A, PAL 34. The Clash Matrix is PAL, and then those digits have a scratch through them, Sean. There's 35439, but they have a scratch through them, and then 1J, and then T35543. So the actual matrix is PL, and then it has a 5-digit number scratched through, 1J, T35543. Vernon Dupree wants the Elvis in concert. That's sold to Vernon Dupree. Elvis Costello's at 55. And we're going to go ahead and say final call on Ace at 61 to Brent Hall. George Somers is at 60 on Elvis Costello. So I told you, this guy has quite the Elvis Costello collection. I'd say there's 20 or 30 12-inch different albums, EPs, singles. And then there's probably 20 or 30 7-inch singles. I can't wait to bring out some of the 45s we got in this collection. Y'all are going to really, really like them. And there's some, though, he had a small sticky note, and it said special. And so we've obviously looked, when we find a record that says special on it, there's some kind of variant with this label or something's going on here to make this much more pricier than the standard ones. George knows something's going on it. He's at $60. Brent's at 65. Ace Frehley is at 61 of Brent Hall sold. Ace Frehley is sold for $61. Anybody else want to get any more? I'll read through those Japanese titles one more time. Sorry, I didn't know what I was about to say there, but whatever it wasn't going to make a lot of sense. All right. Next record. Let's do this since we're doing maybe the cassettes. Oh my gosh, fantastic cassettes. I'll definitely post, but it won't be this week. We got way too much vinyl to sell. But I may slip some in. You know, I usually may have 20 or 30 ready, and we can show 5 or 10 at a time. The Rolling Stones Some Girls, top copy. Really, really nice copy. Near mint minus. Original press. Unedited cover. This is at 11:30. This is a $55 start. Rolling Stones Some Girls. Unedited cover. Really nice jacket. $55 start. Let's see here. Elvis Costello, 75, now 80. The Clash, I'll have to pass right now. We actually had it stickered for, of course, more than what I was going to start it for, but what's that? Yeah, 61 Brent Hall. Here's the Billy Joel that's being put back. Billy Joel, 52nd Street, $14.99. Sean, thank you. I'm going to pass right now. If I haven't changed my mind, we can meet somewhere closer in the middle. Near mint U.S. Press of Billy Joel, 52nd Street, $14.99. $14.99 on that. George is at 105 on EC. High bid on Rolling Stones is at 55. Bob Madine says he'll take the Billy Joel. My absolute, what did I say, 55 on that? Yeah. My absolute best price I'd sell the Clash for right now would probably be a weird price of $49. That's something we just don't get too often. Significant discount on that one. We got 2 auctions going. Yep, Rolling Stones is at 55. Going twice, going 3 times. And let's go ahead and do this David Bowie. Nothing really special about it other than its condition. And it's in really nice condition. This is David Bowie Live, 2LP. Orange RCA label. Very nice copy. Near mint David Bowie, original press on orange RCA label. David Bowie Live. That's a $35 start. $35 start. Michael Nath gets the Clash for $49. What's with the faded cover? I don't know. The colors on this is weird. Look at it. Is this some kind of odd variant too? I know this is a weird release to begin with. Look at the colors on it. Kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, usually it's highly colorful. So it's a different. I think I've seen some with maybe not as bold colors and bright like some of the other ones. But yes. Who do we have on that? James Bragg is at $55. Costello's at $115. This is a $35 start. David Bowie Live. 1984, Rebel Rebel, Moon Age Daydream, Sweet Thing, Changes, Suffragette City, Aladdin Sane. All the young dudes, cracked actor. When You Rock and Roll With Me, Watch That Man, Knock on Wood, Diamond Dogs, Big Brother, Width of a Circle, Gene Genie, Rock and Roll Suicide. $35 start on that. Excellent. All right, Michael Nath got the Clash for $49. Elvis Costello's at $125. Let me find another crate to flip through right quick. Set this one over here. And we might do one of these we did the other night. Let me see who was the guy who offered on the Kiss comic? I got to reach back out to him. Greg Griffin? We got to message him, see if he wanted that. All right. I think this is some pretty recent records here. Michael, Def Leppard, wow, Zorro. I remember these. They're pretty recent, but I need something to flip through, so we'll go through them and show them. If anybody wants them at sticker, let me know. And I hadn't shown these. I was going to send these to be graded too, but I got 3 copies of the Beatles. This is kind of like the Kiss comic, Marvel Super Special. And this is Marvel Super Special, The Beatles Story. I've got 3 copies. I'll do these for $34.99. $34.99. Marvel Super Special, The Beatles Story. These are really nice. All 3 of them. This is from the Steve Cole Atlanta collection. This is a comic book. This is a comic book. The Ultimate Unauthorized Beatles Story illustrated in color. Excuse me. It's getting late. Well, it's not late for me. I've been talking for way too long. Those are $34.99 if anybody wants it. Pretty fair price, especially for the high grade. I mean, really nice corners, no color breaks. These are pretty much unread. I think he bought these and didn't read them. He bought probably all 3 of them at the same time. All right, Elvis Costello's at $125, going twice, going 3 times. Let's go ahead and sell the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones is $55 to James Bragg. If anybody wants David Bowie Live, consider that for this condition. $35 buy it now. Near mint, orange label. David Bowie Live. $35 start, or $35 buy it now. And Elvis Costello going twice, going 3 times, $125 Brent Rabley. $34.99 on those Beatles mags if anybody wants them. All right, James Bragg takes the David Bowie Live for $35. All right, okay. Let's see what I've got left in the auction bin. We might make some buy it nows here. Some of these we would normally auction, but let me see if these are as nice as I think they are. Nope, not on this one. Okay, this is not at all what I thought it was. This is the probably worst condition record we've had all night, but I will put it up for a buy it now. This is a VG copy of King Crimson in the Wake of Poseidon. I don't think anything has fillers on here, but definitely a VG copy of King Crimson in the Wake of Poseidon. $14.99. I mean, it's just, I guess I've been so used to seeing near mint copies, right? Now this one's like not too bad, but it's just not like the ones we had, the unusually mint ones we have. $14.99 on that. King Crimson in the Wake of Poseidon. Let me see what this other one looks like. All right, Elvis Costello is sold for $125 to Brent Rabley. Brent Rabley, you get that for $125. Here's a nice copy. This is EX. This is EX for sure. Maybe VG Plus. King Crimson Islands. King Crimson Islands. That one's $34.99. $34.99 for King Crimson Islands. And In the Wake of Poseidon is a VG copy for $14.99. Two more King Crimson albums. The Sex Pistols went into auction. I've got several in here. And The Who. Yeah, I guess there really isn't much more I can make a buy it now. Let's run a couple more auctions. I've got the Sex Pistols, Rock and Roll Swindle. Sex Pistols, Rock and Roll Swindle. 2 LP. Near Mint. Pristine. That's going to be a $35 start. Sex Pistols, The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. 2 LP gatefold. We have ultrasonically cleaned them. And that's a $35 start. The Sex Pistols with Hype Sticker. The Sex Pistols film soundtrack featuring 21 new tracks. $35 start. No takers on the King Crimson, $35 and $15. Craig is in at $35 on the Sex Pistols. I'm going to put those right back here. And we have Jethro Tull. This is a live bootleg Jethro Tull. About VG Plus on the vinyl. $15 start. Tull. VG Plus live Tull bootleg. $15 start on that. Craig Thomas is at $35 on the Sex Pistols. Have I gone through this crate yet? I guess I haven't. I got a whole crate here I set over here we hadn't gone through. Moby Grape is a VG Plus $14.99. Peter Frampton was a VG Plus $14.99. And then I think here, those were random records that someone put in here. This is Led Zeppelin 4, Columbia House pressing. It is near mint, $14.99. Led Zeppelin 4, $44.99. Columbia House pressing, $44.99. Tim Buckley, 1966 white label promo. There it is, Josh. I don't know if you're watching, but I told you that was around here somewhere. $49.99 on that. John Cougar Mellencamp, $19.99. And Fleetwood Mac Tusk, and this is $39.99. Fleetwood Mac Tusk, $39.99. Michael Nath was first to Led Zeppelin. Brent Hall was second. Craig Thomas gets the Sex Pistols for $35. If anybody wants Jethro Tull, it's a $15 buy it now. He says pass to Brent. Brent, you get Led Zeppelin. You get Led Zeppelin, and Craig Thomas got the Sex Pistols for $35. Jethro Tull's a $15 buy it now. That live unofficial bootleg. Scott Sneed gets that for $15. All right, Aretha Franklin, Who's Zooming Who, $19.99. Bruce Hornsby in the Range, The Way It Is, that's $29.99. And Supertramp, Brother, Where You Bound, $19.99 on that. All right, let's do another Sex Pistols. And I'm going to go ahead, it's awfully late. I'm going to go ahead and put this one up though. We have the Sex Pistols, Flogging a Dead Horse. Also a near mint record. Sex Pistols, Flogging a Dead Horse. And this, really nice near mint copy. That is a $35 start. Sex Pistols, Flogging a Dead Horse, $35 start. And The Who sings My Generation. This is The Who's first album here in the U.S. This is about a VG minus. About a VG minus. The Who sings My Generation. That is their first U.S. album. Some of these marks I really can't feel. It's going to have some noise. I don't know if y'all can see that. Not the greatest condition. And this is a $15 start. $15 start. James Bragg is in on the Sex Pistols at $35. And The Who is a $15 start. Who sings My Generation? VG minus. About a VG minus cover too. $15 start on that. I have ultrasonically cleaned it. Chad, did you get a chance to ask about John Prine autograph? And James Bragg's at 35 on the Sex Pistols, going twice, going 3 times. Kansas, Final Confessions. Everything in here is pretty recent. It's sticker price, but if we're close, make an offer, I'll sell it to you. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Brain Salad Surgery, $24.99. That has the booklet. We have the Fletch soundtrack, $24.99, gold stamp promo. Frankie and the Knockouts, Below the Belt, $9.99. Final Call on the Sex Pistols. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works, 8.5. Neil, auction or set sale. I'll put that up right now, Rick. You've been waiting for 2 entire days now. I'll go ahead and run it right now. The Feel of Neil Diamond. Early Neil Diamond album on his original Bang label. Solitary Man. It has a punch hole right through the cover and right through the label. Doesn't affect the playback. It's a nice copy for a 60s Bang record. I'm going to have to call it near mint minus, but most of these, they play like they're probably EX or EX Plus, but that's not easy to get. The Feel of Neil Diamond. That's also a $30 start. The Feel of Neil Diamond. Don't get that one too often. Also has Cherry Cherry on it. Original album on the Bang label. Very, very cool. The Feel of Neil Diamond. $30 start on that. James Bragg gets the Sex Pistols for $35. That's sold to James Bragg. Arm Lazelle's at $15 on the Who. That's going twice, going 3 times. And Neil Diamond's a $30 start. The Feel of Neil Diamond. Point Blank, The Hard Way is $14.99. Bob Seger, Live Bullet, $29.99. Rick is in on the Neil Young at $30. Arm Lazelle, Final Call on the Who. Focus, Moving Waves, $19.99. I'm not for sure on that one or that one. Yeah, that was pretty much the other 2 things. Well, I'll go ahead and put this up for auction, but this is Blind Faith. This is a 1969 UK press, and it is near mint pristine. I've been meaning to auction this a lot sooner, but this is the original cover, which I've got a sticky note covering her up. She is nude. It's the gatefold Blind Faith 69. I have ran the matrix on this. 69 UK press, and it is very much so near mint. This is a $65 start. Blind Faith. Really, really nice copy. $65 start on that. Steve Winwood, Eric Clapton, fantastic. That is a unbelievably nice. All right, Who goes to Arm Lazelle for $15. Arm Lazelle got that. Final Call on Rick Perrine. This copy is just top. Hope y'all can see that. Very, very nice. Be it 65, 65, 65, 70, and 70. And did you say Neil Young? What songs? I don't think there is a Neil Young in here, or is there? There is not a Neil Young in here. No, there's not. Asia, self-titled, $19.99. We have Anthology of Bread, $14.99. And Toto Fahrenheit, it's $19.99. Fresh Air 5, Manaheim Steamroller, $14.99. Zorro and the Blue Footballs, rated blue, $49.99. Def Leppard, Pyromania. What's that doing in there? $44.99. $44.99. John Young is at $33 on Neil Diamond. That is the Feel of Neil Diamond. Rick, we got a new bidder. John's at $33. Bob Seger, Like a Rock, gold stamp promo, $29.99. Michael Melvoin with Red Eye, that is $14.99. Jeremy Rourke, you're first on Def Leppard. That's sold to you. Go-Go's, Beauty and the Beat, $19.99. Christopher Cross, Every Turn of the World, $9.99. Electric Light Orchestra, On the Third Day, $19.99. Rick Perrine's back in on Neil Diamond at $35. Joe Jackson is $24.99. And we have George Somers at $80 on Blind Faith. George Somers is at $80 on Blind Faith. James Bragg, you were second. Utopia is $19.99. Someone asked about this. I need to lay it out. I don't know if they're still watching, but here is the Conan the Barbarian soundtrack. I don't know who asked about it during part 1, but there it is. Conan the Barbarian soundtrack, $64.99. Clint Black, Killing Time, $49.99 for Clint Black, Killing Time. Mr. Welcome to the Real World, $34.99. The Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, $14.99. And Huey Lewis and the News, picture this, $19.99. James Bragg back in on Blind Faith at $90. Neil Diamond is at $37. And Michael Nath said he would give $14 for Utopia. Sell that to Michael Nath. Clint Howard wants Clint Black. And Blind Faith is now at $90 with James Bragg. Neil Diamond is at $37 with John Young. Pretty good records in there. I'll say that for $30, R.M. Lozelle, if you want it. Neil Diamond, let's see here. BLP 214. Doesn't say on the label. It's BLP 214A. He says take. That's Fleetwood Mac's Tuss for $30. James Bragg, you're back out on Blind Faith. George is at $95. 2 heated auctions going. Yeah, the only thing left is this Bad Religion, the Tyler Childers, which I was going to auction, but it came back in the print. So no really reason to auction that. And Greta Van Fleet from the Fires. I don't remember that one. I'd have to look it up. So, and then Talking Heads, if Josh don't want that, we'll sell it. And then that Bad Religion, which I can't remember on that either. James Bragg's back in on Blind Faith at $100. And where was we at on Neil Diamond? John Young has it for $37. Rick Perrine, if you're done bidding, let me know, or you can bid again. John Young has it for $37. John Young has it for $37. Last 2 auctions of the night, by the way. As soon as those are done, we will be finished for the night until tomorrow with a whole new lineup. Mini disc players. I haven't had one in a while. I've had them before. George Somers is at 110 on Blind Faith. We have the following. We have Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, $33.99. Rick Perrine's back in on Neil Young or Neil Diamond at $38. John Young's out. Rick, you've got Neil Diamond for $38. Going twice, going 3 times. We have Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. That is $42.99. We have Motley Crue, Theater of Pain, $33.99. Too Fast for Love, Motley Crue, $33.99. And Tumbleweed Connection, Elton John. I was listening to that today. $31.99 for Elton John's Tumbleweed Connection. Jimi Hendrix live at the Los Angeles Forum, $44.99. 2LP live. Tyler Childers, Long Violent History, $26.99. Final call on Neil Diamond, and George Somers is at $125 on Blind Faith. James, you're out at $120. Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying, $39.99 for Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. There's a remastered cut of The Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope, $33.99 on The Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope. Kiss solo album, Peter Criss, $33.99. Allman Brothers at the Fillmore East, $49.99. Cake, Fashion Nugget, $33.99 for Cake Fashion Nugget. Johnny Thunder, So Alone, Red Vinyl, $29.99. Chicago's Greatest Hits Picture Disc, $29.99. Chris Cornell Anthology, $49.99. Mazzy Star, So Tonight That I Might See, $36.99. And Rush Permanent Waves. Grab these while you can, $39.99. Rush Permanent Waves. We also have Oasis, Definitely Maybe, $38.99. And the Black Crow, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. Neil Diamond, The Feel of Neil Diamond is sold to Rick Perrine. Rick Perrine, and that is for $38. They're still bidding on Blind Faith. James Bragg has it at $140. George says he's out. $140 on Blind Faith. James Bragg going twice, going 3 times. Silverchair Live, Jordan, was the next record. Silverchair Live is $39.99. Final call on Blind Faith. Silverchair is $39.99 live. And Metallica Live S&M, that is $59.99. So here's the agenda for the rest of the week. Friday and Saturday, all new arrivals from these collections. I'm going to try to get stuff together tonight, or I'll have to get stuff ready together tonight to give you some hot pictures. Incredible sales the next 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. Make sure you're tuning in. We'll also have some new vinyl tomorrow. we'll have new vintage stuff to go through while we're auctioning. And I think by the time y'all wake up and you see some of the hot pictures, you will be very much interested in tuning in. Unbelievable. Blind Faith sold to James Bragg for $140. Jordan Vernoy wants the silver chair and the Chicago picture disc. James Bragg wants the Metallica S&M. And the Roger Waters record is an amazing sounding record. Yes. Are you going to do a show for the toy collection you just purchased? I don't know if I'll do a show. I've never really done that. That's difficult because of shipping. It's difficult because of shipping. Sorry, my speech is getting slurred. I promised I hadn't been drinking anything but water and sweet tea. Toys are difficult because we do $7 in limited shipping. If I sell somebody 8 different action figures that's different sizes, we have to give you shipping quotes, and it just kind of complicated. So what I usually do is I show them and make posts, and I kind of tell shipping separate, or I include a price that's shipped. So I may show something, I'll be like, this is $45 shipped. Where normally we would probably something we'd mark $34.99 here in the store, but $15, $10 shipping, and then sometimes we can combine stuff. Yeah, toys are difficult. We like record sales because they're all the same size, most of the time the same weight. We have a system going. It's very easy for us. We start doing odd size, it gets difficult. But I will definitely be posting them. I've filmed some videos of while I was there. It's a very cool place. I have never seen a gold stamp promo Pink Floyd record, to my knowledge. I've seen some that says for governmental use only that were sold on bases, but I will send you a pic of the Costello record, that Elvis Costello record. We need to send Brent a picture. Okay, everybody, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, thank you for tuning in. Tune back again tomorrow. I finally got through the auction crate, just a couple strays in there. We'll do those tomorrow. I'll have another entire crate or two by tomorrow as well, and that's what we'll do tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Thanks for watching.